Nothing blue about this lady though, is there?
Not today.
Not today. But we are talking about depression today, Karen Degen. And it's quite cool now that we can actually talk about it. There's been a lot of, I suppose, celebrity endorsements, hasn't it?
Which has helped getting it out in the open.
Yeah, it has. Okay. Have you personally experienced depression?
I was diagnosed as being depressed many years ago when I was in my 20s. I was actually early 20s, had been out of work for a little while and was, you know, obviously not feeling very happy about that. So I go to the doctor and he gives me this list and he says, have you got this, this, this and this and this? And I was able to answer yes, and he goes, oh, you've got depression. He then gives me antidepressants, which I was on for a number of years. And when I think about it now, I think that's just crazy, because the problem is I was unhappy because there was stuff happening in my life that I was feeling unhappy about. So the answer, therefore, is not drugs necessarily, it's to change. If we can't change your life circumstances, we can change how you think and feel. And I just needed to change how I was thinking and feeling. And, you know, I'll give you my view of depression, Andrea.
Okay, here we go.
You know, but first of all, let me set the scene by looking at physically. Physically, we don't go to the doctors every time there's something wrong, because our body's actually really pretty good at healing itself, right? And occasionally when it can't heal itself, that's when we go and get some help. But imagine if you'd never been to the doctors your whole life. Like, would you even be alive? And if you were, it would not be a pretty sight, right?
No, probably not. No.
And I think that's the state some people are in emotionally, because it's the same with emotions. We don't need to go and see someone every time we've got an emotional issue, because we can process it, get through it, and we come right. But some things we can't. Some things we can't seem to get through on our own. So they stay with us. And every year we live, not only are they staying with us, but we're adding more things that we can't get over. And that's what I think depression is. It's a culmination of all of these emotional things and beliefs as well that we've been carrying around with us. One of my clients described it as like a backpack full of rocks that she'd been carrying around with her. And I think that's a really good analogy, because every rock that goes on the backpack is one unresolved emotional issue.
So you have a client that comes along and you free them from depression. Are they happy?
That's a really good question, actually, because in my view there's two parts. There's freeing them from the depression, which is clearing the beliefs they might have about themselves that are affecting their sense of self-worth, to clearing the emotions that they haven't been able to get over from various things. And when all of those are clear, then they think they're happy, because they've perhaps never even experienced happiness like that, and they think they're at the happy point. But I know the happy point's up here. They're at the neutral point.
Right.
And so then when I've cleared them those issues, I can start teaching them how to be happy, and we can move their happiness level even higher.
So share a story with us of someone that you've helped.
Well, I remember one man, and there is actually a video by him on my YouTube channel, who was probably the most depressed person I'd ever met in my life. And that's saying something, because I treat a lot of people as depressed.
I met a lot of depressed people. Okay, wow, okay.
He wanted to die every single day of his life.
Oh.
Yeah. And
I'm depressed listening to it. Okay.
Yeah, poor thing. So, and there'd been many, many, many years that he'd been feeling that way. And I, within a very short period of time, got him to that neutral place, and he thought he was happy, and he in fact didn't want to be any happier. He was afraid of being any happier. How sad is that?
It is.
Yeah. But for the first time in his life, I remember him sending me an email once and telling me how happy he was, and I was almost in tears reading it, because I knew what that meant to him. From someone who'd wanted to die every single day to feeling happy, it was like the most amazing email I ever got.
That's just someone, I suppose it's like those rocks have been taken off his back.
That's right.
As what your other client said. How if we don't realise we actually got unresolved issues? Maybe everyone else can see it, but we can't.
Often other people can see it. One wee thing that you can do, if you're not sure whether you've got unresolved emotional issues, make a list of every negative event in your life. And there should be at least 50 things on this list, or else you haven't even lived. Make a list of every negative event in your life and rate things that you might still have some strong feeling about. Give me a call. I don't charge for these calls. Give me a call and I'll honestly tell you whether those things are affecting you or not. I've got a couple of questions. I can easily tell what might be impacting on you or not. And I won't be just trying to get business. I'll honestly tell you if they're not affecting you, well, great.
Good on you, Karen. That is awesome. So Karen, as she said, all you need to do is give her a call. Set free with EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques. Phone 03 332 0526, setfree.co.nz. Just quickly, Karen, what are we doing next week? What in the fortnight's time?
Well, I'd like people to vote.
Oh,
Give CTV a ring and say what they'd like me to talk about.
cool. We like that. Yay. We'll put it on Facebook as well. Thank you so much.